I'm doing today, guys, is I'm taking you for a little trip with me. I'm going to do a little bit of marketing, handing out some postcards, putting them in everyone's flyer boxes around my neighborhood to build that density that I was telling you guys about, which is just getting more customers in the area that I already have customers, so I can just keep building on that. So this is kind of something I would refer to as silent word of mouth, if there is such a thing. Basically, just handing out postcards or flyers or whatever method you want to use, either on doorknobs or in flyer boxes if there are those in the areas that you're at, where it's perfectly fine to put advertisements in. And you can do that in the surrounding houses around the yards you already have. So I'll do 5 houses on one side of a customer's house that I already have, 5 houses on the other side, and the same thing across the street. So I can have 20 different yards that I can completely saturate with my marketing with word of mouth. Some customers, might not even like their neighbors. They might not even like their friends. They might not even be friendly with their neighbors, so they might not feel comfortable talking to them, approaching them about your services. So they might just never even approach you ever. They might see your service when they come home. They might be working all day, so they're just not able to even see you, but they can see your finished product. But they're just not able to make contact with you. So here's my simple postcard, logo on the back. Pop it in just like that. Move on to the next house. This is my customer's house right here. So you see I'm doing a few houses on one side, a few houses on the other side. And then I'll go around and do the same thing on the other side of the street. It's actually a nice day today. It's almost in the 60s. So last year I did do a lot of walking in this nice weather. And I just parked on one end of the street and just walked up and down. But it's a little rainy. So I don't want to get caught in the rain. Sometimes you got to do that when you overshoot a mailbox or there's cars in the way or whatever the deal is. I've had my wife with me in the past. She says in the passenger side. It's a lot easier for me to drive on the proper side of the road, and she just pops them in. My truck is high, you know, like most trucks, so it doesn't really, you can't really get a good shot in a lot of the flyer boxes, so you kind of have to do the best you can. And this is a lot quicker than walking. As long as you're on a road that doesn't have a lot of traffic. You can actually see the same flyer, different flyers, but I mean, same kind of advertisement in all these flyer boxes you go around. So you see this is the time of year. Sometimes there's so much in the flyer box, there's no room for you to even stick anything else in there. And you pretty much know that person's never even looking at your, they're never even going through their flyer box. So chances are they're probably not going to see whatever you stick in there. So you're going to have to go after that customer a different way. If it's a customer that you really even want anyway. They never check their flyer box and it's all moldy and gross. Looks like birds made a nest in there or something. Is that really a customer that you even want? Who knows what everything else is going to look like, what their backyard's going to look like. So again, you get what you get, so be careful what you go after. This is another customer's house right here, just past, and another one that I forgot to mention a couple houses down, so that's why I didn't pop it in their box. These circles are tough, so you gotta kind of get out. No big deal. That's why I don't have my seatbelt on, so I can just get in and out and just driving slowly up and down these streets. No big deal. Not disturbing anyone. Should be able to get it in here. There we go. Let's see if I can get to the next one. This is a really nice little street, little neighborhood. Nice little circle here. If I can get some more yards here, that'd be awesome. You can tell these people like to take care of their yards. Can't reach that one. Some of these houses already have another service. So does my customer right up there that I just passed. They did, and they saw me down the road and they wanted me to start doing it instead of these other people that they had that were not reliable. Go figure. I hear that all day, every day. I guess they stopped wanting to make money. I don't know. Their loss, my gain. See, we still got a little bit of snow that's got to melt, but we're supposed to get more tomorrow, so what are you going to do? I'm itching to get busy. Got a bunch of jobs lined up that I can't even do yet. Got some more leaf removal, mulch, making some mulch beds, we're putting down some fresh mulch. Can't do it. Too much snow on the ground. Ground's all wet and muddy. off to the next street. So you see on this road that I just went up and down, I have 3 customers on that road. So they're not close enough together where I can just take my mower from one house to the other, but it's still, I'm saving time and gas just going up, 6 or 7 houses down. I just go one end, I'm gonna work my way down, so I'm not going back and forth, and I'm done in an hour or so. So it's not maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I think with the 3 houses, they got some nice sized big yards, big backyards. But these are a lot of nice houses and a lot of nice neighborhoods, and it's all where I live. It's a big community, and it's all about creating density. If I can get all of my customers in here, or the majority of them, then I would be extremely profitable, because I would be saving time and gas, time in the truck, time loading and unloading my trailer, and save on gas. So that's, time is money and gas is money, so that means my profits will increase. So that's really what you want to go after. When you first start out, it's hard, you're just kind of looking for anything you can, and that's fine. I did the same thing, and that's why I still have yards that I have to drive 25 minutes, 30 minutes to get to, and it's kind of a pain. And I can't wait till the day that maybe I can either get more yards out there so that it's worth my while. I can spend half a day or a day out there instead of just for 1 or 2 yards, or I can just stop servicing them and thank them for their business and giving me the opportunity when I started my business out. But now I need to focus on more local customers because that's where they all are. So that's really what it's all about. I don't really need to market, honestly. I don't need a ton more customers. I would like some more customers. But, I spent a lifetime practically in retail, my whole life, right out of college. I was in retail the whole time, basically. But it's the same thing in retail management. You never stop hiring people. You're always looking for good, talented people to work for your company or business. And the saying, for me anyway, goes, you can always make room for good people. You can, performance the bad people out. Everyone has low performers in every company. Your weaker links. So you want to coach those people, and if they're not going to get better, then you gotta hold them accountable and performance them out so that you can make room for the better people that you've hired. You can start giving them more hours, etc., give them better positions and more responsibilities. But the bottom line is, you always make room for people that you want to have working for you. The same principle applies here. Same exact principle applies here. You can always find room for good yards, because everyone always has bad yards. Unless you've been doing it for a long time and you've already used this philosophy and you have everything all nice and perfectly set up the way you want it. But I want to believe that everyone sometime or another has at least 1 or 2 yards. See, this flyer box is stuffed, but we'll give it a shot. That's probably why their front yard always looks awful. Maybe they don't even really live here that often or whatever. I don't even know. Maybe they work so much they're just never home. But we'll give it a shot. We'll see. Anyway, everybody has, I would think everybody has at least 1 or 2 yards that you would be happy to, that you wouldn't be unhappy to lose. It wouldn't be a big deal. It would actually be a benefit. For whatever reason, you just kept them around and you just never made it a big deal to get rid of them. But when you start getting better yards to replace them with, it gives you more incentive to do that. So that might be the incentive that you need. But so my philosophy is, I'm not going to spend a lot of money, I'm not going to spend a lot of time. I'm just going to do you know, whatever minimal strategy that I need and that I want, that I know that will work, just to keep generating leads, just to keep going after. You know, right now I'm at the point where I can really cherry pick and fine tune the yards that I want. You know, like, I'm not gonna just take anything anymore. I'm gonna go after what I want and create the perfect routes so that I can be as profitable as possible. That's what it's all about. And so that I can enjoy myself too. I don't want to be mowing a bunch of junk. I want to mow something that's going to look good, and the people are going to appreciate it, and they're going to pay me on time. They're going to pay me what I deserve to be paid, and that's just the way it is. So the marketing I'm doing now is just kind of a formality, just to keep, like I said, the leads coming and to keep generating some new customers. Now, there is one neighborhood that I do. It's a brand new neighborhood. They just finished building houses. I think there might be a couple last minute houses that they're finishing up. I'm not really sure. I think they're all done, but it's a brand new neighborhood that's like 10 minutes away max from where I live. So, and it's a neighborhood just like this one that I live in, that I'm marketing right now. And they have the same kind of houses, same kind of yards, real nice. Obviously the lawns are brand new because they just built the houses. They just put sod down, everything, and everything is beautiful. So, and I went around there over the winter, and I only saw one yard that looked like it was professionally taken care of. You know, based on the striping and the quality of the cuts, I could just tell that there was only one yard that looked like it was professionally done, or at least done with a commercial mower. So it could have been, you know, a resident that had their own walk behind, you know, or their own zero turn, you know, that they got from wherever, because they just don't want to push mow it. And I don't blame them. They're decent sized yards, which is why I want to get them, because they're nice, brand new green grass, nice open, no obstacles, you know, nice landscaping, you know, mulch surrounding the house and bushes and things like that. A couple trees here and there, but just nice, lots of grass to cut. But it'll be nice, quick and easy with the equipment that I have. So those yards would be very profitable for me. So I'm going to go there. I have a separate set of postcards with a slightly different marketing slogan on it for those, because here I have it targeted to the neighborhood, and that I'm already, you know, been servicing this neighborhood, and so on and so on. So I have another set of postcards that look exactly the same, just a slightly different message on them. That it's for the new neighborhoods, any new yards or neighborhoods that I want to tackle that I'm not already in. So my goal is to at least get one customer in that neighborhood, and then I can slowly, because again, I don't need a ton of customers right now. Additionally, you know, I already have more than enough. But if I can just at least get one, then I can start slowly building on that, and again, word of mouth will begin to spread. So in that neighborhood, I have to put postcards in all of the flyer boxes because I don't have any customers in there. So hopefully I'll get at least one this spring. But if not, again, you know, I'll go after it again throughout the year and next year, until I can at least get one in there, and then I can grow from there. Because, you know, eventually I'm going to start expanding and getting employees and growing my business even bigger. But for right now, I'm enjoying doing everything myself, being able to make my own schedule, spend time with my family, and that's what I'm going to focus on. But I'm going to constantly keep the business fresh. I'm going to keep it flowing. This is also a good way for me to check out all my yards and see how they're doing. See who's looking like they're ready for a cut, or who's going to be ready for a cut first. So again, that's what I call silent word of mouth, because they see me doing the work, or they see my finished work, and maybe for whatever reason they just didn't want to approach my customers, aka their neighbor, to ask if they, you know, to get my contact info for one reason or another. And now I just gave them that opportunity. I gave them the ease of contacting me just by putting a postcard in their flyer box. You know, so that's, if I don't get anyone that contacts me, that's fine, because like I said, I don't need any more customers, but I want to keep the door revolving. You know, I want to keep everyone fresh. I want to keep customers coming in. I don't necessarily want customers going out, but there are some that I wouldn't be upset. But I just always want to keep things fresh so I can constantly stay profitable and increase my profitability. That's what it's all about.